Hello and welcome to the course curriculum overview. In this video, we will be looking at what we will be learning in this course. Just to remind you, we have just started a new course on Python basics, or in fact on the Python essentials, in which we will be learning the essential command of Python language. The main objective of this video is to make you understand what you will be learning by following this entire course. So this course is divided into few sections. So the first section would be the introduction to this course, in which the first video is already done, which was all about why am I creating this Python basics, as my entire channel is based upon hacking. So I explained everything there. I will also link that down in the description if you're willing to watch that. If you haven't already, you can do that. So the second video is the course curriculum overview, which you are watching right now, and the third one would be the comparison between Python 2 and Python 3, which one you should learn, what are the differences, how can you switch if you learn one. So in fact, the Python 2 will be the support of Python 2 will be removed soon enough, so you don't have to worry about the Python 2, but still it's a good practice to understand what is the difference between them, how to learn both of them, and how you can switch from one another. The third video would be on how to approach this course, or how to get most out of this course. So with that, we'll end the introduction section, and so then we'll move towards the second section, that would be Python setup, in which we'll look at Python installation, and then the environment selections. That is a really important thing in Python. The environment selection, we'll look at that. Then we'll look at Jupyter notebooks. Then we'll look at additional learning resources and how to utilize them. And at the end of the section, we'll look at how to control the version of your code, like how to use the version control system, which would include the Git and GitHub overview. I'll also compare GitHub and Bitbucket, which one to use, which one is better for you, and we'll end the Python setup section there. Then we'll move towards the live coding session, which would be understanding the objects and data structure basics, in which we'll discuss numbers, strings, lists, dictionaries, tuples, files, sets, booleans, and we'll use them in our live programs in order to make you understand where to use what data structure, or where to use what object. Once we understand everything about the object and data structure basics, I will top you off with a quiz and a small test in order to test your skills and in order to test your understanding. In fact, I will not test you, but you will test yourself, that what you have learned from these few sections and what you can do with it. So we'll top everything with a test in order to check your skills and learning. Once we are over with that section, we'll then move forward towards another section, and that would be the comparison operators, in which we'll look at the basic operators and chain comparison operators. And we'll also top this section off with a quiz and an assessment test. Once we are done with the comparison operator test, we'll move forward towards the Python statements, that would be if, and else. And we'll also look at loops, that would be for loop, while loop, and we will also look at the range function, and then we'll look at list comprehension, and at the end we'll top the section off with an assessment test. After that, we'll be moving towards the method and functions. So we'll look at what methods are, what functions are. We'll also look at what lambda expressions are, what nested statements are, and we'll also look at We'll also look at scope, and I will top you off from this section with an homework assessment, or in fact just an assessment to test out your skills. And here comes the most interesting part of your learning journey. That would be your first milestone project, in which you will be creating a game with Python. And don't worry about that, because I will give you just a challenge first, and then I will show you how to sort out that challenge as well. So I'll provide a solution as well. So no need to worry about that, no big deal. Once you are done with that milestone, we'll then move forward towards the object-oriented programming, in which we will look at objects, classes, methods, inheritance, and special methods. Once we are done with that, I will top you off with an assignment. Once you are done with that, we'll move towards another section. That would be errors and exception handling. So we'll look, in this section, we'll look at what errors are, what exceptions are, what try, except, finally are, and how you can use them in your code in order to make better programs. And at the end of the section, I will top you off with a test in order to test your skills, as usual. And then after that section, you will be having another milestone project that would be creating a more complex game. And as always, no need to worry. I will give you solution for all of the assignments and all of the milestones. So if you are not able to sort the milestones or assessment out, the solution will be there. So you can just skip ahead a milestone and you can just see what the solution does and how everything works. So after that, we'll move forward towards the module and packages, the most important part of the Python, and and the thing that makes Python so much powerful, that you can just import a library or a module from a third-party module or a third-party library, and you can get the job done in just few lines. So in this section, we'll look at creating modules, installing modules, and exploring the Python ecosystem. And as usual, we'll top the section off with an assessment test. And then after that, we'll look at built-in functions. We'll look in the built-in functions, we'll look at map, reduce, filter, zip, enumerators, all and any, and we'll also look at the complex numbers as well. And as usual, we'll top the section off with an assessment test. After that, we'll look at decorators in Python. This would be a 3-part series at the end, and homework assignment. And then we'll look at Python generators, in which we'll look at iterations versus generations, and then creating generators, and we'll top the section off as usual with an assignment. And finally, there would be a final capstone project in which we'll put I will put everything together you have learned and put everything to the test and check your skills, what you have learned from this course. But that would be at the very end of this course. So no need to worry. I will, as always, I will provide answers for everything. I will also provide the code and everything you use in this in this course. So nothing to worry about, no big deal. Also, just to give you a little bit information about what we are doing on this channel. So this channel is completely dedicated towards hacking. I also have one course that's completely on hacking. I have another course that teaches you how to use Python for ethical hacking. The reason for creating this course is because a lot of different people requested me to create something basics, because most of the beginners were unable to follow my Python for Ethical Hacker course because there was a lot of different hacking stuff going on. So the students were easily lost in the code and hacking stuff. So many people requested me to create something basics first. So now we are just learning the basics first, and then we will move forward towards creating viruses and learning Python for ethical hackers and stuff like that. So this is pretty much it for this video. I hope you got the idea what you will be learning in this course. Till next time, enjoy hacking. Stay cheeky breeky. Peace out.